All right, I'm going to try and make this real quick. I know that I get a whole bunch of comments on a weekly basis, and a lot of times I do not even see them at all. But when I do see them, there are mostly haters and trolls just trolling me all over my channel, and I do not have the day and the time to give attention to those type of comments. And on the other hand, there are a lot of people who come on here that give positive feedback saying that my channel has helped them, made them laugh extremely hard because I'm just being real and telling the truth overall, and they love and enjoyed it. And a lot of times I give hearts the majority of the time, and sometimes I respond back based on what that person has said. A lot of you probably understand from where I am coming from that overall, there are some comments and a whole bunch of comments I don't give my attention to. There are some and a whole bunch of them I don't see. And then the ones that I do see based on positivity, I give my attention to cause it makes me feel good and it makes me feel uplifted about it. But overall, a lot of you already know that I am just a working man. That's just me. But somehow, and I don't even know where this comment, because I guess it was meant for me to see it, that it came on my phone when it popped up, and it was from one of my videos that I did when someone leaves you high and dry, what it reveals about that person. And this person, which I don't know if it was a he or she, based on their opinion, and every person have their right to their own opinion, and I'm just going to rephrase the important points on what he or she said. Sometimes it comes from a form of miscommunication and misunderstanding. A person waits on you to fuck and mess up at the end so that they can get over on you. So when I read that comment very closely, which I just paraphrased it, I don't know if I got the full understanding of what that person was saying because I didn't bother responding back to it. But I got to say something based upon this, that when someone leaves you high and dry, there is no such thing as a miscommunication or an understanding. Let me justify my case. Before the period, whenever that those two people or many people were supposed to meet up, they had a lot of time to get together, to get in understanding, and get the right communication on what location were they supposed to be at. If they had any type of misunderstanding before that time period, don't you know that they had a lot of time to ask questions on where to be when it comes to two people or three people? It doesn't make no difference, but we're just going to say two people because that's what the video that I did was based upon. They had all that time to get together and to get the communication and right so that they can understand each other. Now, when a person doesn't want to get the understanding or don't want to get the right communication, it is on them. And you know the reason why is because they didn't want to put it as a priority to get the communication or the understanding right. So it's telling you that secretly something else was a priority at that particular time period when the time that they were supposed to meet up. This is what I want to tell a lot of you people. Now, I understand that things do come up. It is up to the person whenever that he or she has something come up, is supposed to call the other person to let he or she know that, hey, something had came up. Can we do this another time? And a lot of times, that person is supposed to have an understanding, because sometimes things do come up. And yes, major incidents do happen at that particular time. The question that I want to ask is that if whenever that a major incident happens, don't you think you would have heard something at least by 5 days that there was some incident had happened to that particular person by someone else, and you went to go and investigate it to see if it was true or not? Now, this is what is supposed to be right. Before that time period, the two people are supposed to be responsible adults in order to get the right communication to where they are supposed to be. If a person doesn't want to get the right communication where they're supposed to be, then it's telling you where their heart is at. And a lot of people show their heart on where it's at that particular time. Because when someone wants to put you as a major priority, that person will put you as a priority. I want a lot of you people to understand that. If that person puts you as a priority, they will do everything they can to get the understanding. And then even at the time that they were supposed to meet up, if there is sometimes a misunderstanding, don't you think that person would have called and had some more questions? Okay, I'm a little lost. Can you please guide me on this? This is the right and the mature way. There is no such thing as a misunderstanding when someone leaves you high and dry. Point blank. I'm sorry. That's something that I don't agree with at all. And you know what's so amazing about this? When someone leaves you high and dry, they want to act like there was a miscommunication. No, they want to sometimes play a lie, and they want to make it as a cover-up because they had something else or someone else as a major priority rather than you. And that should tell you where that person's heart is at. And I want a lot of you to understand that. Because if that person had something really going on, don't you think they would have let you know? Or when it comes to a major incident, you would have heard something? Or the next day, that person would have immediately contacted you and explained the whole situation to you, and then would have showed you the burden of proof? That shows you that that person is putting you as a priority. A person that leaves you high and dry doesn't have no explanation. That person wants to come back and act like nothing ain't even happened at all, and want to put a damn smile up in their face. So, when it comes to misunderstanding when someone leaves you high and dry, it's no such thing. I'm sorry, there is no such thing. And some people don't wait to fuck you up in the long run over that. So I don't know where that person got that from. So I just wanted to throw that out real quick. So people, know who is putting you as a priority. If that person is not putting you as a priority, just like you are putting that person as a priority, then in other words, it's time for you to move on and ghost on that person. Cause you ain't got the time and day to be stressed out. Just being real with you. I'm going ahead and cut this video short. All of you have a great and wonderful day and evening.